somebody?
Zuriel, as a matter of fact, yes. Yes, we are waiting for someone very important.
Is the person traveling to abroad like us?
Can you try not to talk for 1 minute?
Okay.
Good.
Is the person we are waiting for in that car?
Wait in the car. I'm coming.
You are indeed a man of your word.
Indeed I am, Madam Sabi. I told you I'm always on time.
That's good for business. Talking about business, is my package ready for transportation?
Yes, as agreed. And is my payment complete and available?
As promised. It's right here in the bag.
Good.
Don't tell me you want to start counting the money right here in the open. Don't you trust me?
Oh, of course I trust you, Madam Sabi. I just want to check.
Can we go now? My contact is on duty at the border till noon before his shift ends. I would like to be on time so I don't miss him. If not, we can't cross the border today.
That's all right. Let me bring your package. Zuriel, this auntie will take you to the airport while I run back to go get something very important I forgot.
But Uncle Joe...
Don't worry, she's the one that got you the job abroad, so you are safe, alright?
Okay, Uncle Joe.
Before the plane takes off, I will join you, alright?
Okay, Uncle Joe, please be quick.
Definitely, I will. Now, go get your things from the booth and go join her.
Good day, officer. Here's my passport.
And good day to you too. So, what is your purpose for coming into this country? Business or pleasure? And is this your daughter with you?
Yes, she is.
No,
she means no. We are not traveling for business. I mean, how can you carry your little daughter for a business trip? Yes, she's my daughter and we are traveling for pleasure.
Little girl, what is your name?
Zuriel.
Zuriel, is she...
Officer, actually, we are in a hurry, eh? Please take this and drink water.
Madam, you know I like travelers like you. Come. Now, pass quickly before my boss comes. He's a no-nonsense man. Oh yeah, go.
Join us next week for another edition of I Wish I Knew Radio Drama. I Wish I Knew Radio Drama is brought to you by Media Coalition and Awareness to Halt Human Trafficking, MACART, in partnership with National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, and funded by the Denmark Embassy, Nigeria.
You're welcome to the program I Wish I Knew Radio Drama and program right here on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. And we are so glad that you're listening to us. And please, you can join us live on Facebook. We are live on Facebook and YouTube at Eagles with an S, at Eagles FM Abuja. All right, my name is Del, and the program is all about human trafficking. And let me just share a brief with you. It's been a while that I've done that. Now, the preventing human trafficking and smuggling of human beings in Nigeria is aimed at contributing. Now, this is what the organization does, preventing human trafficking and smuggling of human beings in Nigeria, and it's aimed at contributing to the prevention of human trafficking and smuggling of migrants in 6 Nigerian states, including 5 Nigerian states, including the FCT. We have Abuja, Kaduna, Plateau, Kano, Katsina, and Edo, through awareness, training, and empowerment and advocacy with funding support from the Danish Embassy. And so we start the program today, and today we will be looking at the role of the community in the fight against human trafficking and smuggling. And so if you're wondering what role you have, you know, let us not look back and say we wish we would have done it differently. And today we have a NACTAL member, Mrs. Sarah David from Taraba State. She's also the CEO of Women of Valor Initiative for Development Empowerment, and she will be joining us online to have a discussion on this matter today. And let me quickly state that if you have a contribution, you can send your voice notes, you can send your WhatsApp messages and text messages on 09097054450. That is 09097054450. And we have our guest has joined us online. We have Mrs. Sarah David. Thank you so much for joining us, ma.
It's a pleasure.
How is Taraba this morning?
The weather is good.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, so let's quickly get into the conversation today. Looking at the role of the community in the fight against human trafficking and smuggling. Now, how can communities raise awareness about human trafficking and smuggling? But before we get into that, what has been your experience fighting human trafficking, being a NACTAL member? What has been your experience?
Oh, it has been very, very exciting experience because you guys to know what they never knew from the unknown to known. Because I recall awareness on human trafficking back 2004.
Wow.
People say it's not happening here. It's more in a concentrate on HIV because then that was the most issue at stake. So they will say it's not happening. We are talking about it. It's okay. Let's know it so that we are well armed. For one is just to help you to be armed when the days come. But as with passage of time, it has become people know and appreciate that, oh, it's been happening, but in a different form and different dimension. So it's been very, people become aware, and it's that people report.
People report
all that is happening.
I'm so glad that you mentioned people reporting. Now, looking at our communities.
Yes,
yeah.
That's the impact of it. The results really gladdens my heart.
Awesome. I'm so glad to hear that as well.
Yes.
Now, there are people in our communities that, there are people in our communities that feel they don't have a role to play. But how can we as community members raise awareness about human trafficking and smuggling? Is there any role we can play in this?
Yeah, when people think there's nothing that we can do, it's because they don't know. So communities need to be empowered. They need to really know through town hall talk, meetings, discussions around the issue, and engaging the community. So the role of the community, like me here, I do it from what levels? The community, who is coming into the community, who is new.
Yeah.
Let that report that somebody has come in, and it is really inquiries are made to know who is that thing. And the entry point should be through the and the community will also be at the vigil because they are already knowing that there is issue of this, the prowlers and the ring members of the traffickers can come to communities to recruit the people they need. So when they know, they will begin to suspect they see a visitor.
True. And
they will want to make further inquiries and put others on surveillance to study the activity of that person because people can relocate or migrate to other communities. So the intention for why a person is in that community is the role of the community. And I've appreciated it, have been one of the partners that we have really seen them at that reporting point.
Interesting.
So communities have a role to really, to be at surveillance, to be alert, but they need to be, so that they will be part of the process.
Now, when you have times, you said you start at the ward level. Are there sometimes you have people who try to fight your positive impact? Are there challenges to that effect?
Challenges to the communities.
Can you hear me, ma'am?
Is that what you are saying?
Yes, I said.
Let me get you again.
Yes. Do you sometimes face challenges, like there are people who try to, stop you from either the awareness or when somebody comes new into the community, like you said? Are there challenges to sensitizing people in our communities?
Well, in the community, it's not all people that will be good enough to report or to say this is the person, for fear of life too. But there are people who still report. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
And how they report is when we build awareness, sensitization very well in communities. So they will be alert. Because you will see the alarm that, they didn't know, because it's engaging in dialogue, discussion, a town hall meeting where you talk, people are talking, they say, and when they say that, it tells you that now they are understanding something. And they will be most at vigilance. But when people don't know, they will not be at vigilance. So when they hear that somebody... I recall one boy whose father threw him away. And when we recover him, the day that they were going to that community to track the father, there were those who stood and were going to fight with us, even at the motor park, that they were going to fight with NAPTIP officer who came.
Wow.
Somebody said it's his own father. That this man was trapped in a community point where they are drinking this alcohol. The man is now declined. And and he was just, later we him again. And everyone just came with confidence that what are they doing here? Is it that they're fighting? It's ready for it. So when we had the issue that, is that this man sold his family, and then we declined. So there are resistance armies in every community. But it is when people really know, people are well informed, people are engaged, and others are also sharing with their peers this message we have had. Because when we tell them, we bring you all, it's target audience you pick.
Yeah.
Those who are critical people, it down. So if they step it and the awareness is all across, it will help. But when others don't hear, others hear. Those ones that didn't hear, they are the resistant army.
So it could be a problem of awareness there. Interesting.
Yeah.
Now,
exactly.
Now, if in a community there are there are people who have already become victims, like the young boy you mentioned, is there any kind of support that communities can give to such a person that has become a victim already? What can communities do?
For that other young man, he is lucky. He was moved to Abuja. And as I speak with you, he's better off today. Story has changed. He was rehabilitated at NAPTIP, then to Westcliff. And today he's, because of the support he received. But I still want to tell you that those that we have received, especially those gone to other countries like Cote d'Ivoire, like from Togo, who returned. And there were those from Ghana who returned to the state, Taraba. We have to sit a medical check, and we try to look at how we'll do that, the trauma. You can psychosocial services provided. Then invite the parents so that now you can reunite them. The parents, there was a parent that said, go with his daughter. Let her go back. No, he didn't. That's showing that you don't support. You don't like her. the stigma, he said that the community has, if he goes with her, the community will even look at him one kind. What he said. But it took us time to keep talking and counsel him, and finally he overcame. He took his daughter. Others also took, father and mother came, they took their daughters away, back home. But in the community, stigmatized is another problem. That communities too need to be empowered to know that these people should be appreciated back, and they should be supported. Let there be no stigmatization, no discrimination against them.
That's right.
Rather, they need support, encouragement, share their story, and empathize with them. Give them words that will lift them up and help them with any skills that they can readjust. If it is education, they can come back to school so that they readjust and make their lives better.
That's
so
right.
the community needs to really stand on that path. That's it.
Well done. I'm so really happy, with what is happening, especially in Taraba Axis. Now let's look a little into some of the success stories, around your community. Like, what has the community done? Maybe there's an elder somewhere, there's a religious leader somewhere, there's a mother somewhere that have done something. Can you share some with us? Because somebody is listening and they're in a community and they don't even know what role to play. But when they hear that so man or so woman did something, it encourages them. So do we have any success stories like that in your exit?
Yeah, I want to share with you of someone who planned to go and take her daughter whom she delivered and left with her parents. That girl was 7 years at that time of the incident. So because of the awareness we have really stepped up in the community, the lady went back to her parents and the tricycle man whom she arranged with him that I'm going to pick my daughter, but tell my parents that you pregnanted me and now you want to pick your daughter. Not knowing that this girl had met a friend who told her that, you deliver and left your... Please, there's somebody who comes and collects them, and if it's a girl, he will give you some money. And we understood that man gives girls for 300,000, boys for 400,000, because there was one man in that community who said he bargained with him to a boy at 400. He rejected that he would sell it at 500. So he took this boy away. As I share with you this, that young man went to the community with the girl, and he told the father that I pregnanted this girl today. I want to. The father said, hey, 7 years ago you have not come, you have not shown up. So you are the one, you are the culprit. Okay, let's see. So he called it and told him the story. When they narrated, now they were ready to arrest the boy. They said, hey, Dama, they have been telling us that there are people like you who come around to pick children in the community.
Yeah. We
have received some information, awareness like that. So we'll report you. These people reported to another elder in a community who called my attention. And luckily that day I was in that community, that local government. So I said, I'm around, let's see. When they all came, they were at the DSS, DPO, the reporting point. So I went there and I met the man who is here to go and take the daughter. And there she was. He was recruiting the girls, taking them away. From those girls who teenagers who got pregnant and the children were not ready to take care of and left with grandchildren, their grandparents. Now he was the one recruiting those kind of children to go with them. So for us, that reporting that we have shared, it told me and encouraged me that what we have been sensitizing has not gone down the drain.
That's right.
That they still could remember the need to report. And when that helped us, because he was apprehended And that Chabama confessed. He confessed that this was what this lady told him. It's not him. Then the then the girl revealed, and that was how that traffic. So it's the engagement of communities.
Yeah.
From the community, we came to the local government. And for me, who had given that sensitization and has stationed, the volunteer who said, I will continue with the work you have done. I'm living in the city in Jalingo. But it gladdens my heart that volunteers who accepted to really be at the vigilance were also. And the community embraced it. So you can see that was called even now Chief at Makodi reporting that same person.
Impressive.
On and on.
And we really want to commend the community members. Yeah. Okay, so hold on the line, ma'am. So if you're listening to this program or you're watching live, this is I Wish I Knew radio drama and program coming to you on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. And if you want to contribute on the program, you can send us messages, either WhatsApp messages or text messages on 090 9705 4450. That is 090 9705 4450. Now we have a text message here, and Madam Sarah, I would love for you to respond to this particular contribution on the program. This is coming from Sonan Ezekiel in Kefi, and he says the parents cannot listen or take precaution because of poverty. Do you agree to that, or what are your thoughts?
That parents are doing that because of poverty?
Yes.
Well, I have also responded to this several times. I'm glad asking again and the opportunity to share it, that I come from a family that's not wealthy. But in those times, let me tell you, in my family, we were growing. But no one at that time, because the value that parents had on children, love, care, protection, they never sold us away. A father will have 9, but still taking care. So as I said, we were middle class, not that poor. But I never believed that poverty is pushing factor. Let parents own their responsibility. I see that the parents don't care today about the children. And at Howard, you would imagine that at that day he never had the money again. 6 months. He never had the money again. So I don't think it's poverty. People have said it's poverty, but you still find that there are those who are wealthy still giving up their children. I've seen those cases. Basically, people want to be rich. Greed and selfishness has pushed people. But I still believe that there are those who are poor, and so they become vulnerable because the recruiter will come and tell them that there is better opportunity in the city. Give us your children, we will go and give them small jobs in the in the village, school for them in exchange. But you see that we have seen cases of 4-year, 2-year children given away 5 years. In fact, I was surprised when I saw the 2-year-old among those. Recently we had some 72 children. And there was the other time we have 14 children from Benue traffic to Taraba. And you look at the ages, you will wonder why are they giving these children away. Yeah. It shows they don't want to take care of those children. For me, I don't cling to that issue that is poverty, but I know it's can be a push. But people walk around poverty by going to their and do their farm and get their money and take care of their families.
That's right.
So I don't want to really give that big excuse.
It's not an excuse. That's right. I'm glad that you're saying that. Now, let's look at the issues where communities can face while fighting human trafficking. Maybe this community, you've set your rules and you've said anybody that is coming to pick anybody's child, we have to go to the community leader. But are there possible challenges that communities face, when fighting human trafficking?
When, what do you mean?
Let me give
Let me get it clear again.
Let me give an instance. Maybe somebody very wealthy. Let me give an example. Somebody that is very well to do. We know that this person is trafficking our children, but because the person is financially powerful, we cannot fight the person legally. Do communities find those kind of issues?
Well, the communities I have worked with,
Yes.
so far they have not received
Awesome.
such a situation where people tell me that this person around there is rich and we cannot, he does this, we suspect he does. I've not come across that for now, in my experience over the years.
Yes.
But we keep telling them that there's a legal framework that if you report, that person who is above that law.
That's right.
As far as it concerns your child money cannot buy. So let it be reported. Then the national referral mechanism will have educated my own part, I make sure if I'm packaging my capacity building training or discuss and mention, and I still give the codes for NAPID, NATAL, so that to report. And recently we have developers that have brought TACAM, a reporting app, where you can just report it. So already even in the state, like in my organization, a staff in my organization is one of the volunteers and pushed through the developer TACAM app. So we have already sensitized them that even if anybody, there's a way you can report, you will just take it up.
That's right.
And there's a way the person will be years invested. Never, just be bold, be courageous to report any incidences. If not yours directly, the indirect person there, one day it will turn. Just be bold to report.
That's right.
We have armed them with this information, yeah.
Thank you so much, Madam Sarah, for being on the program today. We sincerely appreciate you. And
Pleasure.
personally, I must commend all that you're doing in your community in Taraba. We pray for more grace upon you.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
My pleasure
Enjoy.
being with you today.
Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your day. We've been talking with Mrs. Sarah David. She's from NACTAL in Taraba State, and also with her NGO. Let me quickly give us the name of her NGO, because she is doing so much in her community, and we want to appreciate her. She is the CEO of Women of Valor Initiative for Development and Empowerment in Taraba State. Now, she talked about something where we will use that to wrap up this day, which is on the issue of if you see something, you should say something. Now, I'm going to quickly share the NAPTIP number and, of course, the producers of this program, Media Coalition and Awareness to Halt Human Trafficking. If you have any issues, we have heard so much in our communities. Who is coming into your community, as a new person? What are they talking about with people around us? When they give you some offers that are too good to be true. This is the NAPTIP number. You can call 090 30,000, which is 30 in 4 places, 203, 070 30,000 203. And also there's a MICAT number. MICAT number is, please take the number, and I'll always advise, please take the number, save it on your phone. You might not know when you need it. Okay, 091 3359 1611, 091 3359 1611. Just your identity is respected. So if you don't want to reveal your identity, is there a place in your community that you see, a whole lot of children gathered in one place, and you know that there's a problem? Please, let's not say it is none of our business, because it is your concern, it is my concern. This is where we wrap up the program, and I will always ask for one favor. Please, lastly, can you share this video? Is it possible for you to do that. Please just go to Facebook at Eagles FM Abuja and just help us share this video. Somebody needs this information, really, in our communities. We'll be back in just a few minutes for the program Things We Do for Love. My name is Dell.